Assalamu alaikum. I hope you're doing well. This is from London College of International Studies, Oral Communication by me, Dr. Muhammad Al-Wishi. Welcome to the Oral Communication course at the London College of International Studies, led by me, Dr. Muhammad Al-Wishi, introduces our exciting journey into mastering oral communication. The title sets the stage for a transformative experience, emphasizing that this course isn't just about speaking, it's about unlocking the power of your voice to express ideas, connect with others, and make a lasting impact. Whether you are in an English major or pursuing another field, this course will equip you with the skills to elevate your academic, professional, and personal communication. Let's dive into this course online and explore what's ahead. Course outline. Chapter 1, the hidden power, the foundation of impact is going to be chapter 2. Chapter 3, mastering the instrument. Chapter 4, the transformative voice. This slide presents the roadmap for our oral communication course, organized into 4 key chapters. Each chapter builds on the last to help you unleash your communication superpower. Chapter 1, the hidden power, explores the profound influence of spoken words and why they matter. Chapter 2, the foundations of impact, lays out the core principles of effective communication, like understanding your audience and the purpose. Chapter 3, mastering the instrument, focusing on refining your voice, body language, and presence as tools for delivering your message. Finally, chapter 4, the transformative voice. Apply these skills to real world scenarios such as seminars and job interviews. This structure ensures a logical progression from understanding the theory to applying it practically, setting you up for success in any communication context. The unleashed voice, your oral communication superpower. The unleashed voice, your oral communication superpower. Welcome to a journey that will transform how you express yourself, share your ideas, and connect with others. This course isn't just about speaking, it's about unleashing the full potential of your voice to shape your academic journey, professional future, and personal impact. As English department students, you've mastered the written word. Now it's time to bring those words to life through the power of oral communication. This slide introduces the core theme of our course, unleashing your voice as a superpower. As English majors, you've owned your ability to craft compelling arguments and analyze literature on paper, but writing is only half the equation. This course is about breathing life into those words through oral communication, transforming how you share ideas in classrooms, interviews, or even casual conversations. It's not just about speaking clearly, it's about making your voice a tool for influence, connection, and impact. By the end of this course, you'll see how your verbal skills can shape your academic success, open professional doors, and amplify your personal presence. Let's get ready to unlock that potential together. Chapter 1, the hidden power. Words have power throughout history. The spoken word has sparked revolutions, inspired movements, and changed hearts and minds. From Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" to Virginia Woolf's lectures that became a room of one's own. Oral communication has been the catalyst for transformation in literature, politics, and society. Welcome to Chapter 1, The Hidden Power. The slide highlights the incredible influence of spoken words. History shows us that powerful speeches like Martin Luther King's iconic "I Have a Dream" or Virginia Woolf's thought-provoking lectures have driven social change, inspired movements, and reshaped the perspectives. As English scholars, you know the weight of words on stage, but this slide reminds us that when those words are spoken, they carry a unique ability to ignite action and emotion. This chapter sets the stage for understanding why oral communication is a vital skill, not just for public speaking, but for transforming how you connect with the world around you. The hidden power. Words have power. As English scholars, you already understand the weight of words on the page. But when those words find voice, when they're infused with the unique cadence, emotion, and presence that only you can provide, they take on new dimensions of influence and impact. Um, this slide emphasizes the transitions from written to spoken words. As English majors, you're experts at crafting essays and analyzing texts, but speaking those words aloud adds a new layer of power. When you infuse your voice with your unique style, your rhythm, emotion, and the presence, your words become more than text. They become a force for influence. The slide encourages you to see oral communication as an extension of your literary skills, amplifying your ability to persuade, inspire, and connect. It's about taking your mastery of the written word, and making it resonate in a live, dynamic way. Being the page, the unseen curriculum, what you've mastered, literary analysis and criticism, research, methodologies, critical thinking, and argumentation. This slide introduces the concept of the unseen curriculum in your English studies. As English majors, you've mastered critical skills like literary analysis, research, and argumentation. You can dissect a novel or construct a compelling essay with ease. But there is a parallel skill set that often goes unaddressed. Verbal communication. This slide highlights that while your academic training focuses on writing, the ability to articulate your ideas verbally is just crucial. This unseen curriculum is what we'll tackle in this course, helping you translate your written brilliance into spoken eloquence, preparing you for real-world scenarios where your voice matters. While the English curriculum expertly guides you through literary analysis, critical theory, and the craft of writing, there exists a parallel skill set that often remains unaddressed. How to verbally articulate your brilliant ideas with the same eloquence they possess on paper. This unseen curriculum is what separates the students who writes insightful analysis from the graduates who can persuade a hiring committee. Engage a classroom or captivate an audience with their interpretation of Austen or Shakespeare. This slide dives deeper into the unseen curriculum concepts. Your English degree equips you with profound analytical and writing skills, but verbal communication is often overlooked. Yet, it's this skill that distinguishes a good student from a standout professional. Imagine presenting your analysis of Jane Austen to a hiring committee or captivating a classroom with your take on Shakespeare, the ability to speak your ideas with clarity and confidence. Is what bridges the gap between academic success and real world impact. This course will help you master this hidden skill, ensuring your brilliant ideas don't stay trapped on the page but resonate with audiences in any setting. Your education in English literature provides you with profound insights and analytical frameworks, but without the ability to communicate these ideas verbally with clarity and confidence, much of your knowledge remains trapped on the page, never reaching those who could benefit from your unique perspective. This slide reinforces the importance of verbal communication for English majors. Your education gives you deep insights into literature and the culture, but if you can But if you can't express these ideas aloud with clarity and confidence, their impact is limited. This slide challenges you to think about the audiences, professors, peers, or future employers who could benefit from your perspective by mastering oral communication. You ensure your ideas reach and influence others, whether in a seminar, a job interview, or a public talk. This course is about breaking that barrier that your voice carries your knowledge as powerfully as your writing does. The silent killer, glossophobia versus opportunity. The paralyzing fear, glossophobia, the fear of public speaking, affects on astonishing or an astonishing 75% of the population. That's more than those who fear heights, spiders, or even death. For English measures, this fear can be particularly insidious as it creates a disconnect between your sophisticated written expression and your verbal communication. This slide introduces a major obstacle in oral communication, glossophobia, or the fear of public speaking. Shockingly, 75% of people experience this fear, outranking even the fear of heights or death. For English majors, this is especially problematic because you've skilled at expressing complex ideas in writing, but fear can prevent you from doing so verbally. The slide highlights how glossophobia creates a gap between your written and the spoken communication, limiting your ability to share your insights. By addressing this fear, this course will help you turn public speaking from source of anxiety into an opportunity to shine, ensuring your voice matches the brilliance of your written work. Um, This anxiety manifests as physical symptoms, racing heart, sweaty palms, trembling voice, cognitive barriers, mind blanks, lost trains of thought, avoidance behaviors, declining presentation opportunities. The career imperative research constantly shows that communication skills, particularly public speaking, are directly tied to professional advancement. Um, a 10-year study by Harvard Business Review found that effective communicators were. This slide continues the discussion of glossophobia, detailing how it affects you and why overcoming it is critical. The fear of public speaking shows up in physical symptoms like a racing heart or trembling voice, cognitive issues like forgetting your thoughts, and behaviors like avoiding presentations altogether. For English measures, this can mean missing chances showcase to showcase your ideas. But here is the flip side. Mastering oral communication is a career game changer. A Harvard Business Review study shows that strong communicators are more likely to advance professionally. This slide sets up the stakes, showing that overcoming glossophobia isn't just about reducing fear, it's about unlocking opportunities for leadership and success. 54% more likely to be promoted to leadership positions, 59% more likely to be selected for cross-functional teams, more than twice as likely to be related as high potential employees. Industry Insight, a survey of 1,000 hiring managers, ranked communication skills as the number one qualification they seek, above technical expertise, education, and experience. This slide dives into the tangible benefits of overcome glossophobia and mastering oral communication. According to a Harvard Business Review study, effective communicators are 55% more likely to land leadership roles, 59% more likely to join cross-functional teams, and over twice as likely to be seen as higher potential employees. That's powerful. Additionally, a survey of 1,000 hiring managers found that communication skills are the top quality they look for above technical skills or education. For English majors, this means your ability to speak confidently can set you apart in job interviews. And career opportunities. This slide underscores that oral communication isn't just a nice to have, it's a must have for your professional future. The cost of unspoken words, miscommunication bill, the inability to communicate clearly doesn't just affect your personal success. It has tangible costs across organizations and institutions. In the professional world, miscommunication represents one of the most expensive yet preventable problems facing businesses and academic institutions alike. This slide shifts focus to the broader consequences of poor communication. Miscommunication isn't just a personal setback. It's a costly problem for organizations and academic settings. In the professional world, unclear communication leads to errors, delays, and missed opportunities impacting businesses and institutions significantly. For English majors, this means that struggling to articulate your ideas verbally uh, can limit your impact in classrooms, workplaces, or research settings. This slide sets the stage for understanding the real world stakes on of effective communication, emphasizing that mastering oral skills is not only about personal growth, but also about preventing costly misunderstandings in any collaborative environment. 37%, 37 dollars estimated annual cost to US businesses due to employees miscommunication. So $37 billion estimated annual cost to US businesses due to employee miscommunication. 4.1 hours a week. Average time wasted weekly resolving communication related problems. This slide quantifies the staggering cost of miscommunication in the US businesses lose an estimated $37 billion annually due to employee miscommunication. That's a billion with a B. Additionally, employees spend an average of 4.1 hour per week, about half a workday, fixing issues caused by unclear communication for English majors. This highlights the importance of clear verbal expression in a professional setting, whether you're collaborating on a project on presenting research, poor communication can waste time and resources. This slide drives home the point that mastering oral communication isn't just about advancing your career, it's about saving time, money, and frustration for everyone involved. 80% percentage of project failures attributed to communication breakdowns in academia, lower grades when you can't articulate your understanding in class discussions, missed opportunities for mentorship when you struggle to express research interests, dimensioned learning when unclear questions lead to incomplete answers. This slide continues to explore the consequences of miscommunication, focusing on both professional and academic settings. Striking 80% of project failures are linked to communication breakdowns, showing how critical clear communication is to success. For English majors, the stakes are just as high in academia. If you struggle to articulate your ideas in class discussions, you might earn lower grades. Hesitating to express your research interests could mean missing out on verbal mentorship, and asking unclear questions can lead to incomplete answers, hindering your learning. The slide emphasizes that effective oral communication is essential for academic success, ensuring your ideas are heard and understood in the classroom and beyond. Uh, the single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. George Bernard Shaw, every time you remain silent in class when you've something valuable to contribute, you've not just missing a participation point, you've denying your peers access to your unique perspective. This slide features a powerful quote from George Bernard Shaw, um, a single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. This captures the essence of miscommunication, thinking you've been understood when you haven't. For English measures, this slide highlights a specific academic cost: staying silent in class discussions. When you hold back a valuable insight, you're not just missing a participation grade, you're depriving your peers of your unique perspective of literature or theory. This slide encourages you to speak up, emphasizing that your voice adds value to the classroom. By mastering oral communication, you ensure your ideas contribute to the collective learning experience. Your future self, the ROI of articulation. The investment you make now in developing your oral communication skills yields returns throughout your entire career. This isn't just about avoiding the navigates of poor communication. It's about actively embracing the substantial benefits that come with mastering this skill set. This slide introduces the concept of the return on investment, ROI, for developing your oral communication skills. Investing time and efforts now will pay off throughout your academic and professional life. It isn't just about avoiding the pitfalls or communication, it isn't about seizing the opportunity that come with being confident. Articulate speaker. For English measures, this means turning your ability to analyze and argue into a powerful verbal tool that sets you apart. This slide sets up the specific benefits, financial, academic, and personal, that comes from mastering oral communication, showing that it's a skill worth cultivating for your future success. Financial returns. 10 to 40% higher earnings compared to peers with similar technical skills but weaker communication abilities, faster promotion trajectories trajectories with strong communicators advancing 1 to 2 years ahead of their cohort, greater access to high visibility projects and leadership opportunities. This slide details the financial benefits of mastering oral communication. Research shows that strong communicators earn 10 to 40% more than peers with similar technical skills but weaker verbal abilities. They also advance faster, moving into leadership roles 1 to 2 years ahead of others. Additionally, effective communicators get access to high visibility projects and leadership opportunities, giving them competitive edge. For English majors. This means your ability to articulate your literary insights of research findings verbally can translate into higher salaries and faster career growth. This slide highlights that oral communication is a tangible investment in your financial future, making it a critical skill for professional success. Academic returns, higher course grades through effective participation and presentation, stronger relationships with faculty leading to better recommendation letters, more successful graduate school applications and interviews. This slide focuses on the academic benefits of strong oral communication skills. For English majors. Being able to articulate your ideas clearly in class discussions and presentations can lead to higher grades as you demonstrate Your understanding more effectively, speaking confidently also help you helps you build stronger relationships with professors, which can result in glowing recommendation letters for jobs or graduate school. Plus, strong verbal skills give you an edge in graduate school interviews where articulating your research interests is key. The slide showed that mastering oral communication isn't just about your future career, it's about excelling in your current academic journey and opening doors to future opportunities. Personal returns, increased confidence in social and professional settings, greater influence within teams and organizations, a broader network of professional connections. It's not just about what you know, it's about how effectively you can share that knowledge with others. The most brilliant ideas remain valueless if they can't be communicated convincingly. Dr. Elaine Phillips, Communications Studies. This slide highlights the personal benefits of mastering oral communication beyond academics and finances. Strong verbal skills boost your confidence in social and professional settings, making you feel more at ease in conversations and presentations. They also give you greater influence within teams and organizations as your ability to articulate ideas makes others listen. Plus, effective communication helps you build a broader network of professional connections essential for career growth. The quote from Dr. Elaine Phillips sums it up. Your brilliant ideas, whether about literature or life, are only as valuable as your ability to share them convincingly. Um, this slide inspires you to see oral communication as a personal superpower that enhances every aspect of your life. Chapter 2, the foundations of impact. Communication architecture. Before you can master the mechanics of delivery, you must understand the fundamental architecture that supports all effective communication, like the structural elements that hold up a magnificent building. These fundamental and foundational principles determine whether your message stands strong or collapses under scrutiny. Welcome to Chapter 2, the Foundations of Impact. The slide introduces the core principles that underpin effective communication, linking, likening them to the architecture of a strong building. Just as a building needs a solid foundation to stand, your communication needs a strong base to resonate. This chapter focuses on three key pillars: audiences, awareness, purposeful intent, and contextual mastery that ensure your message is impactful. no matter the content for English majors. This means learning to structure your verbal arguments as carefully as you do your essays. This slide sets the stage for exploring these principles, helping you build communication that stands strong and leaves a lasting impression. Communication architecture. In this chapter, we've explored the three pillars that support every successful communication: audience awareness, purposeful intent, and contextual mastery. When these elements align, your message resonates with maximum impact, regardless of the specific content you're delivering. This slide dives deeper into the communication architecture introduces in chapter 2. It outlines the three pillars of effective communication: audience awareness, purposeful intent, and the contextual mastery. Audience awareness means understanding who you're speaking to and tailoring your message accordingly. Purposeful intent involves being clear about your goal, whether to inform, persuade, or inspire. Contextual mastery requires adapting to the setting from a classroom to a job interview. When these align, your message hits home no matter the topic. For English majors, this is like crafting an essay with a clear thesis, audience, and context in mind. This slide prepares you to learn practical strategies for making every communication impactful. Know your battlefield, audience first. The single most important factor in effective communication isn't what you say. It's who you're saying it to. Understanding your audience isn't just helpful. It's the foundation upon which all other communication decisions should be built. The core question: who are you speaking to? This slide introduces the first pillar of effective communication: audience awareness. The key to impactful communication isn't just your message, it's knowing who you're addressing, whether you're speaking to professors, peers, or a hiring manager. Understanding your audience shapes everything from your word choice to your tone. This slide emphasizes that asking who I'm speaking to is the starting point for any successful communication. For English majors, this is like tailoring a literary analysis to a professor's expectations versus public blog post. By putting the audience first, you ensure your message is relevant and resonates, setting the foundation for everything else in this chapter. The core question: who are you speaking to? Different audiences require dramatically different approaches. Academic audiences: professors expect discipline, specific terminology, and evidence-based arguments. Peers may need more context for complex theoretical frameworks. This slide continues the focus on audience awarenesses, highlighting how different audiences require tailored approaches. Specifically, It looks at academic audiences. When speaking to professors, you will need to use precise discipline-specific terms and back your arguments with evidence, just like in a research paper. However, when addressing peers, you might need to provide more context to explain complex theories, making them accessible. For English majors, this is critical in seminars where you're often speaking to both professors and classmates. This slide teaches you to analyze your audience's expectations and the knowledge level, ensuring your communication is clear and effective in academic settings. Professional audiences. Hiring committees want clear articulation of your value. Colleagues need practical applications rather than theoretical depth. Public audiences, general audiences need accessible language, compelling narratives, and explicit connections to broader relevance. This slide expands on audience awareness by addressing professional and the public audience. In professional settings, hiring committees want to hear how your skills add value. Think of explaining your English degree's relevance in a job interview. Colleagues, on the other hand, prefer practical applications over theoretical discussions. For public audiences, like at a community event, you need simple language, engaging stories, and clear connections to why your message matters. For English majors, this means adapting your literary insights for different contexts, whether pitching your skills to an employer or presenting at a public talk. This slide shows how audience awareness ensures your message resonates no matter who's listening. Adaptation strategies. Strategic adaptation doesn't mean compromising your message. It means maximizing its impact through thoughtful customization. Uh, Language adjusts terminology, complexity, and examples to match your audience's knowledge level. Structure, organize information based on what matters the most to your specific listeners. Supporting evidence, choose examples and citations that resonate with your audience's experiences and values. This slide provides practical strategies for adapting to your audience without losing your message core. It's about customizing your communication to maximize impact. First, adjust your language, use technical terms for professors, but simpler words for public audiences. Second, structure your message based on what your audience cares about most. For example, lead with practical benefits for colleagues. Finally, choose evidence like quotes or examples that connects to your audience's experiences or values. For English majors, this is like tailoring a literary analysis to a professor's expertise or a public talk to a general crowd. This slide equips you with tools to make your communication relevant and impactful for any audiences. The unspoken contracts, purpose, and intent. To inform. To inform when your goals is to increase understanding, clarity becomes paramount. Structure information logically, use precise language, and verify comprehension through feedback mechanisms. Example, explaining the historical context of Victorian literature to provide a framework for understanding Jane Eyre. This slide introduces the second pillar of effective communication, purposeful intent, starting with the goal of informing. When your aim is to inform, clarity is key. You need to organize your information logically, use precise language, and check that your audience understands, perhaps by asking for feedback. The example given is explaining the historical context of Victorian literature to help others understand Jane Eyre. For English majors, this might happen in a seminar when you're presenting background on a novel. This slide teaches you to focus on clarity and structure when your goal is to educate, ensuring your audience walks away with a clear understanding of your message. To entertain, when engaging audiences through storytelling or performances, prioritize narrative flow, emotional connection, and memorable delivery. Example, performing a dramatic reading from a streetcar named Desire for a Theater appreciation class. To persuade, when seeking to change minds or inspire action, emphasize evidence, address counter arguments, and appeal to both logic and emotion. Example, advocating for a particular interpretation of ambiguous symbolism in The Great Gatsby during a seminar discussion. This slide continues exploring purposeful intent, focusing on entertaining and persuading. When your goal is to entertain, like performing a dramatic reading of a streetcar named Desire for a Theater class, your prioritize storytelling, emotional connection, and a memorable delivery to captivate your audience. When persuading, such as arguing for specific interpretation for symbolism in The Great Gatsby, during a seminar, you need strong evidence, address opposing views, and appeal to both logic and emotion. For English majors, these skills are vital for engaging classmates or convincing professors of your analysis. The slide shows how different purposes require different strategies, helping you adapt your communication to achieve your goal. To inspire when motivating others toward a vision or ideal, connect abstract concepts to concrete impact, use vivid imagery, and demonstrate authentic passion. Example, discussion or discussing how studying world literature expand empathy and cross-cultural understanding. The purpose of communication is not to speak or to be heard, but to be understood. If your audience doesn't receive the message you intended, the communication has failed, regardless of how eloquently you delivered it. This slide completes the discussion on purposeful intent by focusing on inspiring others. When your goal is to inspire, like discussing how world literature fosters empathy and cross-cultural understanding, you connect big ideas to real-world impact, use vivid imagery, and show genuine passion. This This approach motivates your audience to see the value in your message. The quote reminds us that communication succeeds only when your audience understands your intended message, no matter how eloquently you speak. For English majors, this is key when presenting ideas that aim to inspire classmates or professors. This slide emphasizes that purpose drives impact and inspiration requires authenticity and connection. The invisible stage, contextual mastery. Where are you speaking? Context shapes communication as profoundly as content does. The physical environment, time constraints, technological considerations, and the cultural setting all create framework that influences how your message is received and interpreted. Physical environments. Class room seminars require different projection than intimate discussions. Large lecture halls need more dynamic movement and vocal variety. Outdoor settings demand strategies for managing distractions. This slide introduces the third pillar of effective communication, contextual mastery. Context where and how you speak in shapes your message as much as its content. This slide focuses on physical environments. For example, a classroom seminar requires a different vocal projection than a one-on-one discussion. Large lectures halls demand dynamic movement and a varied vocal a tone to keep the audience engaged. Outdoor settings require strategies to handle distractions like noise or wind. For English measures, this means adapting your delivery, whether you're in a small seminar or a large lecture. This slide teaches you to consider the physical place and space to ensure your message is received clearly and effectively. Technical considerations, environmental factors that can make or break your communication include linguistics, room size, ceiling heights, and materials, effective voice projection, lighting effects, audience engagement, and ability to see visual aids, layout, setting, arrangement, impacts, interaction, dynamics, technology, microphones, projectors and digital platforms require preparation. This slide continues the discussion on contextual mastery, focusing on technical considerations. The environment you're speaking in can make or break your communication. Acoustics, room size, ceiling height, or materials impact how well your voice carries. Lighting affects whether the audience can see you or your visual aids clearly. The room's layout, like setting arrangements, influences how interactive your presentation can be. And technology such as microphones or projectors requires preparation to avoid glitches. For English measures, this is crucial when presenting in varied settings, from classrooms to virtual platforms. This slide teaches you to plan for these factors to ensure your message is delivered smoothly and professionally. Contextual mastery, cultural context. Beyond physical setting, effective communicators recognize the invisible cultural frameworks that shape interpretation. Academic norms, expectations for formality, evidence, and argumentation vary by discipline, professional standards, and in industry specific communication styles affect how messages are received. This slide wraps up contextual mastery by focusing on cultural context beyond physical settings. Cultural factors shape how your message is interpreted. In academic settings, norms vary by discipline. English professors expect formal arguments with evidence, while other fields might prioritize different styles. In professional settings, industries have unique communication styles. For example, publishing might value creativity, while law emphasizes precision. For English majors, understanding these cultural nuances is key when presenting to professors or networking in professional fields. This slide highlights the importance of adapting to cultural expectations to ensure your message resonates with your audience's values and norms. Chapter 3, Mastering the Instrument. You are the medium. In written communication, your words stand alone on the page. In oral communication, you yourself become the medium through which your message travels. Your voice, body, presence, and listening skills are the instruments that bring your ideas to life. Welcome to Chapter 3, Mastering the Instrument. This slide introduces the idea that in oral communication, you are the medium. Your voice, body, presence, and listening skills are the tools that bring your ideas to life. Unlike writing, where where your words stand alone, speaking requires you to embody your message. For English majors, this means translating the eloquence of your essays into dynamic verbal delivery. This chapter will explore how to refine these personal instruments with the same care you apply to your writing, ensuring your ideas are delivered with impact. This slide sets the stage for learning practical techniques to control your voice, body, and presence. This chapter explores how to develop and control these personal instruments with the same precision and care that you apply to your written work, just as you revise a paper to perfection. You can refine your delivery to ensure your brilliant ideas receive the reception they deserve. This slide continues the introduction to Chapter 3, emphasizing that your voice, body, and the presence can be refined just like a written draft. As English majors, you're used to revising essays to make them perfect. The chapter applies that same mindset to oral communication, teaching you to polish your delivery with precision. By mastering your personal instruments, you ensure your ideas, whether about literature or life, are received as powerfully as they deserve. This slide prepares you to dive into specific techniques for controlling your voice, body, language, and the presence, transforming you into a confident and compelling communicator. The human voice, the unsung hero, your voice. The human voice is the most perfect instrument of all our parts. Composer, your voice is far more than just a vehicle for words. It's an instrument or tremendous nuance and power. The same words delivered with different vocal qualities can convey entirely different meanings. Mastering your voice means controlling several distinct elements. This slide introduces the critical role of your voice in oral communication, quoting composer Arvo Part. The human voice is the most perfect instrument of all. Your voice isn't just a tool for delivering words, it's a powerful instrument that conveys nuance and emotion. The same sentence can mean different things depending on how you say it. For English majors, this is like choosing the perfect word in an essay. Your verbal qualities shape your message's impact. This slide sets up a deeper exploration of vocal elements like volume, space, pitch, and articulation, teaching you to master your voice to make your literary insights or arguments resonate with your audience. Volume projection. Match your volume to room size and audience distance. Use volume variation strategically for emphasis. Project from your diaphragm, not your throat. Avoid the common pitfall of trailing off at sentence endings, pass, and rhythm. Speak at 120 to 150 words per minute for optimal comprehension. Slow down for complex ideas and key points. Use strategic pauses to create emphasis and allow precision. Vary space to maintain engagement and signal transitions. The slide dives into two key elements of mastering your voice, volume and projection, and pace and rhythm. For volume, match your loudness to the room, louder for large spaces, softer for intimate settings. Vary your volume for emphasis, project from your diaphragm for clarity, and avoid fading out at sentence ends. For pace, aim for 120 to 150 words per minute for clear comprehension, slowing down for complex ideas like literary theory, strategic pauses, emphasize key points, and varying your pace keeps listeners engaged. For English majors, this is like pacing a narrative essay. Control these elements to make your seminar presentations or discussions clear and compelling. This slide gives you practical tools to refine your vocal delivery. Pitch and tone. Lower pitch trends to convey authority to confidence. Pitch variation prevents monotony and maintains interest. Tune conveys emotional content beyond your words. Match tune to content, warmth for connection, precision for analysis, articulation and clarity. Fully pronounce word endings to enhance comprehension. Practice difficult pronunciations, especially for literary terminology. Eliminate filler words, like, just like record yourself to identify personal speech patterns. This slide continues exploring vocal mastery, focusing on pitch and tone, and articulation and clarity. A lower pitch conveys authority, while varying your pitch keeps listeners engaged. Your tone warm for connection, precise for analysis, adds emotional depth to your words. For articulation, pronounce word endings clearly, especially for literary terms like postmodernism, Practice tricky words, eliminate fillers like and record yourself to post spot habits. For English majors, this is crucial for presenting complex ideas clearly in seminars or interviews. This slide provides actionable steps to polish your voice, ensuring your literary insights are delivered with confidence and clarity. Case study. Margaret Thatcher worked with voice coach Lawrence Oliver to lower her pitch and develop a more authoritative tone. This vocal transformation significantly enhanced her perceived leadership qualities and command presence. Your voice reveals more about you than you might realize. Listeners make immediate judgments about your confidence, competence, and credibility based on vocal qualities alone. The good news, these elements are entirely trainable with consistent practice and feedback. Uh, this slide wraps up the discussion on your voice with a compelling case study and key takeaway. Margaret Thatcher, guided by voice. Coach Lawrence Oliver lowered her pitch to sound more authoritative, transforming her leadership presence. This shows the power of vocal training. Your voice shapes how others perceive your confidence and credibility, crucial for English majors presenting in class or interviews for jobs. The good news is that these skills are trainable with practice and feedback, like recording yourself or seeking peer input. This slide inspires you to see your voice as a moldable tool on you, one you can refine to amplify your ideas and make a lasting impression. The silent language, body speaks volume. While your voice carries your words, your body communicates a parallel message that can either reinforce or contradict what you're saying. Research suggests that in face-to-face communication, up to 55% of your messages impact comes from nonverbal cues. Mastering this silent language is essential for ensuring your body amplifies rather than undermines your message. This slide introduces the importance of body language in oral communication. While your voice delivers your body and your words, your body sends a parallel message that can either support or weaken your spoken message. Research shows that up to 55% of your message's impact in face-to-face settings comes from nonverbal cues like gestures and posture. For English majors, this is critical. When presenting in seminars or interviews, where your body language can reinforce your literary arguments or undermine your confidence. This slide emphasizes that mastering this silent language ensures your body align with your words, amplifying your message's impact and making you a more persuasive communicator. Eye contact. Make a brief 3 to 5 second connections with individuals throughout your audience. Use the lighthouse technique. scan the room in a methodical pattern, avoid selling gathers and shoe inspectors patterns in virtual settings. Look directly at the camera to create connection, posture, and the movement. Stand with weight evenly distributed, shoulders back. Move with purpose. Avoid random pacing or rocking. Use movement to signal transitions between ideas. Create visual interests through deliberate positioning. This slide provides specific strategies for mastering body language, focusing on eye contact and posture. For eye contact, make brief 3 to 5 second connections with audience members using a lighthouse technique to scan the room methodically, avoiding staring at the ceiling or floor. In virtual setting, look at the camera to connect. For posture, stand confidently with even weight and shoulders back, moving purposefully to signal transitions or add interest, avoiding random pacing. For English measures, these techniques enhance seminar presentations or job interviews, ensuring your body language reinforces your literary insights. The slide gives you practical tools to make your nonverbal communication as compelling as your words. Gestures. Use natural, purpose driven movements that reinforce your message. Keep gestures above waist level and within your gesture box. Avoid self-comforting behaviors, hair touching, face rubbing. Match gesture size to venue size. Larger rooms need bigger movements, facial expression. Match expressions to content. Enthusiasm. For positive pointing, be aware that nervousness often creates a flat or tense expression. Practice opening your face to appear more approachable. Remember that expressions read differently across cultures. This slide continues the body language discussion, focusing on gestures and facial expressions. Use natural gestures that reinforce your message, keeping them above your waist within a gesture box to avoid distraction. Avoid nervous habits like touching your hair and scale gestures to the room size. Bigger for larger venues. For facial expressions, match your expression to your content, like showing enthusiasm for existing ideas. Nervousness can make your face look flat or tense. So practice an open, approachable expression, noting cultural differences in how expressions are perceived. For English measures, this ensures your seminar or interview delivery is engaging and authentic, amplifying your verbal message. Amy Cudzy, Power Pose Research, Harvard psychologist Amy Cuddy's research demonstrated that adopting power poses for just 2 minutes before important communication situations reduces cholesterol, reduces cortisol, stress hormone levels by approximately 25%, increases testosterone, confidence hormone by approximately 20%, significantly improves the performance ratings and outcomes in high pressure speaking situations. This slide highlights Amy Cuddy's research on power poses to boost confidence in communication. Cuddy, a Harvard psychologist, found that um, standing in a confidence pose like hands on hips for just 2 minutes before speaking reduces stress hormones by 25%, increases confidence hormones by 25%, and improves performance in high pressure situations. For English measures, this is a game changer for presentations or interviews where nervous can undermine your delivery by practicing power poses. You can walk into any speaking situation feeling more confident and in control. This slide offers a science-backed techniques to enhance your nonverbal presence, ensuring you project confidence when sharing your ideas. The magnet, the magnetic pole, commanding presence. What separates a merely competent speaker from one who captivates an audience? That an affectable quality called presence, the ability to command attention, connect authentically, and create memorable impact. While some aspects of presence may seem innate, the core elements can be developed through deliberate practice. This slide introduces the concept of presence, the quality that makes a speaker captivating. Presence is about commanding attention, connecting authenticity, us authentically, and leaving a lasting impression. While it might seem like some people are born with it, the slide assures for you and assures you that presence can be developed through practice. For English majors, presence is what makes uh, your seminar presentation or job interview memorable, turning your literary insights into a compelling performance. This slide sets the stage for learning how to cultivate authenticity, confidence, and passion, transforming you from a competent speaker into one who truly captivates your audience. The foundations of presence authenticity, audiences can detect insincerity instantly. True presence begins with bringing your genuine self to each communication situation. This doesn't mean being unprepared or unprofessional. It means finding your unique voice rather than adopting an artificial presentation persona. This slide dives into the first foundation of commanding presence. Authenticity, audiences can spot insincerity right away. So true presence comes from being your genuine self, not adopting a fake presenter persona. For English majors, this means letting your passion for literature or your unique perspective shine through. Whether discussing Shakespeare or interviewing for a job, authenticity doesn't mean being unprepared. It's about delivering your message in a way that feels true to you. This slide encourages you to embrace your individuality, ensuring your communication feels natural and connects deeply with your audience, making your ideas more impactful. Confidence. Confidence isn't the absence of nervousness, it's the commitment to your message despite nervousness. Develop confidence through preparation, visualization techniques, and incremental challenges that expand your comfort zone. This slide focusing on the second foundation of presence, confidence. Confidence doesn't mean never feeling nervous. It's about staying committed to your message even when you are. You can build confidence through preparation, like practicing your seminar presentation, visualizing success, or taking on small speaking challenges to grow your comfort zone. For English measures, this is key when presenting complex literary, analyzing, or facing a job interview. This slide offers practical ways to boost confidence, ensuring you deliver your ideas with conviction, making your audience trust you in your expertise and engage with your message. Passion nothing is more compelling than a speaker who genuinely cares about their topic. Find the aspects of your subject that genuinely excite you and let that enthusiasm shine through. Your energy creates a contagious atmosphere that draws listeners in. This slide highlights the third foundation of presence, passion. A speaker who genuinely cares about their topic is incredibly compelling. For English majors, this means finding what excites you about your subjects. Maybe it's the symbolism in the Great Gatsby or the cultural insights in world literature, and letting that enthusiasm shine. Your passion creates an infectious energy that draws your audience in, whether in a classroom or a professional setting. This slide encourages you to tap into what you love about your topic, using that energy to make your communication vibrant and memorable, ensuring your ideas resonate deeply. Techniques from master communicators. Steve Jobs, a strategic bosses. Jobs was famous for his 15 2-second pauses before revealing major announcements. These anticipation gaps created tremendous engagement and made his points more memorable. Michelle Obama's personal connection, even in large venues, she creates intimacy by sharing vulnerable personal stories that bridge her experience with the audiences. This slide shares the techniques from master communicators to enhance your presence. Steve Jobs used strategic 15-second pauses before big announcements, creating anticipation and making his points unforgettable. Michelle Obama connects with large audiences by sharing personal, vulnerable stories, making her message relatable. For English majors, these techniques can evaluate your seminar presentations or job interviews, pausing to emphasize a literary insight or sharing a personal connection to a text. This slide shows how small, deliberate choices can amplify your presence, helping you captivate your audience and make your communication more impactful. The art of engagement, asking and listening. Effective oral communication isn't a one-way broadcast, is it's a dynamic exchange. Mastering the often overlooked skills of strategic questioning and active listening transforms you from a presenter into a genuine communicator who creates dialogue rather than monologue. This slide introduces the importance of engagement through asking questions and listening actively. Oral communication isn't just about speaking, it's a two-way exchange. By mastering strategic questioning and active listening, you move from delivering a monologue to creating a dialogue. For English majors, this is crucial in seminars where asking thoughtful questions sparks discussion, or in interviews where listening shows engagement. This slide emphasizes that these often overlooked skills are key to becoming true communicator, fostering connection and understanding with your audience, whether in academic or professional settings. The power of strategic questions. Questions are among the most powerful tools in a communicator arsenal. They serve multiple purposes. Number one, engagement. Questions invite participation and maintain attention. Even rhetorical questions activate listeners' minds by promoting internal responses. This slide focuses on the power of strategic questions in communication. Questions are a communicator's secret weapon, serving multiple purposes. First, they engage your audience by inviting participation and keeping their attention. Even if they're a rhetoric question or rhetorical questions that spark internal inflection. For English majors, this is vital in seminars. Asking a question about a text can ignite discussion or show your engagement with the material. The slide teaches you that questions aren't just about getting answers, they're about creating an interactive, dynamic change that makes your communication more compelling and inclusive. Understanding. Number two, questioning questions help you gauge comprehension and adjust your approach accordingly. What questions do you have yields more responses than do you have any questions. Redirection. Number three, questions can tactfully shift difficult discussions or bring wandering conversations back to focus without seeming controlling. This slide continues exploring the purposes of strategic questions, understanding and redirecting. Asking questions like what questions do you have helps you check if your audience understands, especially when explaining complex literary concepts, and invites more responses than a yes or no question. Questions also let you redirect conversations tactfully, like steering a seminar discussion back to the main topic without seeming controlling. For English majors, this is a powerful tool for facilitating discussions or navigating tricky interview questions. This slide shows how questions help you adapt and guide communication, ensuring it stays focused and effective. Number four, exploration. Open-ended question, undercover perspective, and insights that enrich discussion and deepen collective understanding. The discipline of active listening. Most people do not listen with the intent to understand, they listen with the intent to reply. Stephen R. Covey. This slide completes the discussion on questions and introduces active listening. Open-ended questions like asking about interpretation of a text uncover new perspectives and enrich discussions, especially in literature seminars. The slide then shifts to active listening, quoting Stephen R. Covey. Most people do not listen with the intent to understand, they listen with the intent to reply. For English majors, active listening is key to engaging in class discussions or interviews, showing you value others' ideas. This slide emphasizes that true communication involves listening to understand, not just waiting to speak, transforming your interactions into meaningful dialogues. Active listening transforms communication from transitional and transactional to transformational. It involves full attention, eliminate distractions, and focus completely on the speaker. This slide dives deeper into active listening, describing it as a transformational skill. Active listening means giving your full attention to the speaker, eliminating directions like checking your phone or thinking about your response. For English measures, this is essential in seminars where listening to a classmate's analysis can spark new insights, or in interviews where it shows respect and engagement. By focusing entirely on the speaker, you build stronger connections and gain deeper understanding, making your communication more meaningful. This slide teaches you that active listening is a discipline that elevates your interactions from routine exchanges to impactful dialogues. We've explored the foundation of effective oral communication from the theory of transformation, from understanding your audience and the purpose to mastering your voice and presence. Now it's time to apply these principles to the specific contexts you'll encounter as an English major, both during your academic journey and in your professional future. This slide transitions from theoretical foundations of oral communication to their practical application. We've covered audience awareness, purposeful intent, contextual mastery, and how to use your voice, body, and presence effectively. Now, we'll apply these principles to real-world scenarios English majors face, like seminars, job interviews, and networking events. This slide sets the stage for chapter 4, where you where you will learn actionable strategies to use these skills in academic and professional settings, transforming your ability to communicate and making your literary expertise shine in any context. In the following chapter, we will translate these universal principles into actionable strategies for the unique communication situations you will face in seminars, job interviews, networking events, and beyond. This slide builds on the transition to practical application, previewing chapter 4. It promises to take the universal principles we've learned, audience awareness, purpose, context, voice, and presence, and turn them into specific strategy for every one. 4 situations English majors encounter, whether you're presenting a literary analysis in a seminar, articulating your value in a job interview, or connecting at a networking event. This chapter will show you how to apply these skills effectively. This slide incites and excites you about the practical tools coming next, ensuring you're ready to use oral communication to succeed academically and professionally. Chapter 4, the transformative voice. Application and impact theory becomes meaningful when applied to real world situations. In this final chapter, we will explore how to leverage your communication skills in the specific contexts most relevant to English majors, both during your academic career and as you transition into professional settings. So, welcome to chapter 4, the transformative voice. This slide introduces the final chapter where you turn theory into action. The focus is on applying your oral communication skills to real world scenarios relevant to English majors, such as academic seminars and professional settings like job interviews. The chapter will show you how to use your voice to make a tangible impact, whether presenting a literary analysis or networking for career opportunities. This slide sets the stage for practical, actionable strategies that will help you succeed in the classroom and beyond, transforming your communication into a powerful tool for success. These practical applications will help you see how the principles we've discussed can be immediately implemented to enhance your success in the classroom, secure opportunities after graduation, and establish yourself as a compelling communicator in any context. This slide emphasizes the practical focus on chapter 4. The communication principles we've covered, audience awareness, purpose, context, voice, and presence, aren't just theoretical. They're tools you can use right away. This chapter will show you how to apply them in academic settings, like leading a seminar, discussion, and professional contexts, like leading a job or network effectively. For English majors, this means turning your literary expertise into compelling verbal communication that opens doors. This slide motivates you to see these skills as immediately applicable, helping you become a confident, impactful communicator in any situation. The academic arena, seminars and presentations. The seminar room is your primary training ground for developing oral communication skills. These academic settings present unique challenges and opportunities that prepare you for more high stakes communication situations in your future career. Literary analysis presentation structure begin with a clear thesis followed by supporting evidence. Organized logically and conclude by connecting back to broader significance. This slide introduces the academic arena, seminars, and presentations as your training ground for oral communication. As English majors, the seminar room is where you hone your skills, preparing you for high stakes situations, job interviews. Um, For literary analysis, presentations structure is key. Start with a clear thesis, present logically organized evidence, and end by linking to broader significance like a text's cultural impact. This mirrors writing a strong essay but requires verbal clarity and confidence. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. This slide shows how academic settings are the perfect place to practice communication skills, building a foundation for a professional success. Evidence. Use specific textual references with brief, powerful quotes rather than lengthy passages. Delivery match your vocal qualities to the tune of the work discussed, convey enthusiasm for your interpretation. Visuals use slides to highlight key quotes or concepts, not to display dense text or notes. This slide continues with guidelines for literary analysis presentations when presenting evidence. Use specific, concise quotes from the text rather than long passages to keep your audience focused. Your delivery should match the tone of the work, serious for a tragedy, lively for a comedy, and show enthusiasm for your interpretation to engage listeners. For visual, use slides to highlight key quotes or concepts, not as a crutch for dense text or notes. For English majors, these steps ensure your seminar presentation are clear, engaging, and professional, helping you stand out in class and build skills for future high-stakes settings. Class discussion strategies. Prepare two to three specific points or questions you want to contribute. Timing, aim to speak early to establish presence, then contribute 2 to 3 more times throughout. Building reference classmates comments to build connections between ideas. Questioning, ask genuine questions that advance discussion rather than demonstrate knowledge. This slide focuses on strategies for effective participation in literature seminars. Before class, prepare 2 to 3 specific points or questions to contribute, ensuring you're ready to engage. Speak early to establish your presence, then add 2 to 3 more contributions to stay active. Build on classmates' comments to create connections. Showing you're listening and adding value, ask genuine questions that advance the discussion, not just to show off. For English majors, these strategies make you stand out in seminars, demonstrating your analytical skills and preparing you for collaborative professional settings where active participation is key. Before speaking, breathe deeply to center yourself. Jot down key points, not full sentences. Organize thoughts in logical sequence. This slide offers practical tips for preparing to speak in seminars or presentations. Before speaking, take deep breaths to calm nerves and center yourself. Jot down key points, not full sentences, to stay flexible and natural. Organize your thoughts logically, like structuring an essay to ensure clarity. For English measures, these steps are crucial for delivering confident, coherent contributions in class discussions or presentations. This slide provides a simple, actionable technique to manage anxiety and present your literary insights, effectively setting you up for success in academic and professional communication. The interview, crucible, your story, your success. For English majors, job interviews present both challenge and opportunity. While you may face questions about the practicality of your degree, your advanced communication skills, when properly showcased, can become your greatest competitive advantage. This slide introduces job interviews as a critical context for English majors. Interviews can be challenging as some may question the practicality of an English degree. However, your advanced communication skills honed through literary analysis and this course are your greatest asset. By showcasing your ability to articulate ideas clearly and confidently, you can turn skepticism into admiration. This slide sets up strategies for using your oral communication skills to shine in interviews, helping you bridge the gap between your academic expertise and professional value, making your English degree a powerful tool for career success. The critical first impression research shows that interviews from last impressions within the first 7 to 30 seconds of meeting a candidate, these critical moments are shaped by entrance, confident walk, upright posture, appropriate pace, greeting, firm handshake, warm smile, clear voice, open exchange, engaged listening, thoughtful response to initiate questions. This slide emphasizes the importance of first impressions in job interviews, where interviews and interviewers from options within 7 to 30 seconds. Your entrance sets the tone, walk confidently with upright posture and a steady pace. Your greeting should include a firm handshake, warm smile, and clear voice. In the opening exchange, listen actively and respond thoughtfully in initiate questions. For English majors, these nonverbal and verbal cues showcases your communication skills, proving your degree's value from the start. This slide teaches you to make a strong professional first impression, setting you up for interview success. Uh, Mastering behavioral questions, the STAR method provides a powerful framework for structuring compelling responses to behavioral questions situation. Briefly describe the context and the circumstances, set the scene with enough detail to understand the challenge, but don't over elaborate. Example, in my role as editor for the literary magazine, we faced a 40% budget cut midway through production. This slide introduces the STAR method for answering behavioral interview questions. Starting with the situation step, behavioral questions ask about past experience to predict future performance. In situation step, briefly describe the context and the challenge, providing just enough detail to set the scene. The example shows an English major explaining a budget cut as a literary magazine editor. For you, this method helps structure clear, compelling responses that highlights your skills like problem solving or leadership, making your English degree relevant to employers. The slide gives you the first piece of powerful framework to shine in interviews. Task. Explain your specific responsibility or objective within the situation. Clarify your role and what you were personally accountable for. Example, my task was to maintain publication quality while finding creative ways to reduce costs without sacrificing content action. Detail the specific steps you took to address the challenge. This should be the longest portion of your message and your response with the emphasis on your decision-making process. Example, I analyzed your production costs and I identified that switching to a digital-first approach with limited print copies would save 35%. This slide continues the STAR method with the task and action steps. In the task step, clarify your specific role and responsibility in situation, like maintaining quality as a magazine editor despite budget cuts, and the action step. Describe the specific steps you took, focusing on your decision-making process, like analyzing costs and shifting to a digital-first approach. For English measures, this method helps you articulate how your academic skills like research or analysis translate to workplace challenges. This slide provides a clear framework to showcase your problem-solving abilities, making your responses structured and impactful in interviews. Result: share the outcome of your actions, ideally with specific metrics or concrete evidence of success. Connect back to the larger significance. Example, we've not only stayed within the reduced budget, but actually increased the relationship by 22% through your expanded digital presence. This slide completes the STAR method with the result step. Here you share your outcome of your actions. Ideally, with specific measures or evidence, like increasing readership by 22% after a budget cut, connect the result to its broader significance, showing how your actions had impact. For English measures, this step highlights the tangible value of your skills, like turning literary analysis into measurable workplace success. This slide emphasizes that a strong STAR response ends with a clear, impactful result, proving your ability to deliver and making your English degree shine in interviews. Translating academic experience, literary analysis, problem solving, my experience analysis, complex texts has developed my ability to identify key issues within ambiguous information and construct logical solutions based on available evidence. Project managing. Completing my 25-page research paper required developing a timeline. Coordinating multiple resources, synthesizing the diverse sources, and delivering polished results under deadline pressure. This slide shows how to translate your English major skills into workplace strengths during interviews. For example, literary analysis. For example, literary analysis becomes a problem solving. Your ability to dissect complex texts shows you can it shows you can identify issues and find solutions. Writing a 25-page research paper demonstrates project management requiring planning, resource coordinating, and meeting deadlines for English majors. This is crucial for addressing questions about your degrees, practicality. This slide provides a specific language to articulate your academic skills as professional assets, helping you convince employers that your English degrees equip you for diverse roles. B. Editing collaboration. Through extensive peer editing workshops, I've developed the ability to provide constructive feedback that improves outcomes while maintaining positive working relationships. Interview success secret. Research by Harvard Business School found that candidates who ask thoughtful, researched questions during interviews are 23% more likely to receive offers than equally qualified candidates who ask generic questions or none at all. Prepare 3 to 5 specific questions that demonstrate your understanding of the organization and genuine interest in the role. This slide continues translating academic skills and adds a key interview tip. Peer editing showcases collaboration skills as you provide constructive feedback while maintaining positive relationships, valuable in any workplace. This slide also shares a Harvard Business School finding. Candidates who ask thoughtful, researched questions are 23% more likely to get job offers. Perhaps you can prepare 3 to 5 specific questions about the organization to show genuine interest for English majors. This means linking your collaborative skills to team work and using questions to demonstrate your research abilities. This slide equips you with strategies to stand out in interviews by showcasing your skills and engagement. Networking hidden gem, connecting beyond the cards. For English majors, networking isn't just about collecting contacts. It's about creating meaningful connections through compelling conversation. Your ability to articulate ideas clearly, listen and attentively, and engage thoughtfully becomes your greatest network asset. This slide introduces networking as a key context for English majors. Networking isn't just about exchanging business cards, it's about building meaningful connections through conversation. Your ability to articulate ideas clearly, listen actively, and engage thoughtfully is your greatest asset. For English majors, this means using your literary expertise to spark compelling discussions at networking events. This slide emphasizes that your communication skills owned through this course make you a natural connector, helping you build relationships that open door to career opportunities and professional growth. The essential elevator pitch, a well-crafted elevator pitch condenses your professional narrative, a narrative into a compelling 30-second introduction. It should include identity, who you are professionally, current role or current measure, value your unique skills and perspective, direction, your current goals or interests, connection, relevance to the current conversation or context. This slide introduces the elevator pitch, a 30-second introduction that showcases your professional value. It should cover your identity, for example, your unique skills and perspective, for example, literary analysis or storytelling, your goals, for example, career in publishing, and the connection to the conversation or context. For English majors, this is a chance to highlight how your academic skills translate to professional settings like content creation or communication. This slide teaches you to craft a concise, compelling pitch that makes a strong impression at networking events, setting the stage for meaningful professional connections. Sample elevators pitch. I am a senior English major specializing in digital narratives and multimedia storytelling. My research examines how traditional literary techniques translate to interactive platform. I've developed particularly strong analysis and content creation skills through my work with the university's digital humanities lab. I am exploring opportunities in content strategy or digital publishing, where I can help organizations tell more compelling stories. I noticed your company is expanding its multimedia division. I'd love to hear more about the direction you've taken. This slide provides a sample elevator pitch tailored for an English measure. It starts with identity as senior English major specializing in digital narratives. It highlights value, strong analysis, and content creation skills from work in a digital humanities lab. It states direction, exploring opportunities in content strategy or digital publishing. Finally, it connects to the listener by referencing their company's multimedia division and asking a question. For English majors, this model shows how to tie your academic expertise to professional goals, making you memorable at networking events. This slide gives you a clear template to craft your own pitch, sparking meaningful conversations. Becoming a communicator. In his book, The Tipping Point, Malcolm Gladwell identifies connectors as um, individuals who bridge different social worlds and create value through introductions and information sharing. English majors are uniquely positioned to become connectors because of their broad knowledge base. Literature spans all human experiences, providing conversation in 3 points across diverse topics. Listening skills, the ability to identify underlining interests and make meaningful connections, narrative thinking, recognizing how different people and ideas can complement each other. This slide introduces the concept of being a connector as described by Malcolm Gladwell. In the tipping point, connectors bridge social rules by sharing information, making introductions. English measures are ideal connectors because your broad knowledge of literature gives you conversation starters across topics. Your listening skills help you identify others' interests, and your narrative thinking lets you see how people and ideas connect. This slide shows how your English degrees equips you to build networks by creating value for others, making you stand out at networking events and enhancing your professional opportunities. before the event. The research attendees and organizations prepare thoughtful questions about their work, set specific goals for connections you want to make during conversations. Ask open-ended questions, listen more than you speak. Find genuine points or connection, exchange contact information with specific follow-up plans. After meeting, send personalized follow-up messages within 48 hours, reference specific conversation points, suggest concrete next steps for continuing the relationship. This slide provides a step-by-step guide to networking success. Before an event, research attendees and organizations prepare thoughtful questions and set goals for connections during conversations. Ask open-ended questions, listen actively, find genuine connections, and exchange contact info with clear follow-up plans. After the event, send personalized follow-up messages within 48 hours, referencing specific discussion points and suggest the next steps. For English measures, these strategies leverage your communication skills to build lasting professional relationships. This slide equips you with a practical plan to make networking events productive, turning casual chats into meaningful career opportunities. Your ability to articulate complex ideas within clarity and engage meaningfully with diverse perspectives isn't just a classroom skill, it's your professional superpower. As you continue developing your oral communication abilities, you're not just becoming a better student, you're becoming more than this, because you're gonna become a more influential professional capable of shaping conversations, inspiring action, and creating lasting impact through the unleashed power of your voice. This slide wraps up the networking section with an inspiring message. Your ability to articulate complex ideas like literary analysis and engage with diverse perspectives is a professional superpower, not just a classroom skill. By owning your oral communication, you are preparing to influence conversations, inspire action, and make a lasting impact in professional settings. For English measures, this reinforces that your degree's value lies in your ability to communicate, making you a powerful force in any career. This slide motivates you to see your voice as a tool for shaping your future, encouraging you to embrace oral communication as a path to professional success. Thank you so much for allowing us to be in the journey. We've journeyed through the hidden power of words, the foundations of impactful communication, mastering your voice and presence, and applying these skills in academic and professional contexts. For English majors, this course has equipped you to bring your literary expertise to life through confident, compelling verbal communication. As you move forward, use these skills to shine in seminars, interviews, and networking events, unleashing the full potential of your voice. Thank you for joining this transformative journey. Now go out and make your voice heard.